I can't say that's a trap. That's a trap game too.
That's an even matchup, I think.
They got a good running back over there
and a good quarterback. McCown's a good quarterback.
So they got their hands full right back again.
I dropped the greatest Colorado rappers of all time list like 3 weeks ago. Kind of had the hip hop scene out here going crazy. Yeah,
I'm new to the Colorado rap scene, so this is always gonna be like something for me that like I'm always gonna be intrigued with because I'm an artist myself and I do want to work with Colorado artists. I'm gonna be excited to see all the different rappers we bring through here and be able to hear their music too as well.
Oh yeah. Yeah, if anyone's trying to collab, man, make sure y'all tapped in with Kapri.
You already know just the way people feel and deem like they're supposed to pertain to life and how they're supposed to handle things because we're given this like pamphlet, you know, saying like this is okay, this isn't okay. Right. And once you hand a person a gun, and white. Yeah, exactly. When you hand a person a gun, like this was one of the major moments in American history where America did come together as a whole. Right. You know, for one of the first times just dealing with such a scary thing that happened so close to home for everybody.
Maybe it'll make me think deeper next time I see someone and I talk to them. Maybe I'll respect them more or just be, you know, just in general, be a better person. And maybe that'll go a longer way. Say hi, you know, like. Mile High Minute, #1 blog in the universe. Today, I'm with Kapri Bibbs, just Kapri, you know, former Super Bowl champion, former CSU Ram, artist, all the great things, man. We're doing something special. We starting with this is gonna be our introduction podcast. We want to take it from there.
Hey, man, we excited to bring y'all this damn podcast. We've been working on this thing for a minute. You know, we getting things built out, but we here. And we here to bring y'all all the hottest topics on CSU, all the sports of Denver, a little bit of politics, a little bit of this, a little bit of that. But just know, you know, you don't get it all from us. And you got the #1 blog in the world with us too as well. So you don't never know what to expect from us.
Yeah, we felt like it'd be a good balance as far as just, you know, we're both in the hip hop space, both in the sports space. You know, him from a more of an experienced athlete standpoint, me as more of a media dude. You know, we felt like it'd be a good balance and entertaining for y'all. But yeah, man, with that being said, let's get into this first topic. So the college football season just started. I think we're going into week 3. The last game, you know, with CSU versus UNC, they were 35-point favorites.
Oh, man. 35 points?
Yeah, they ended up squeaking it out on Ag Day. They won by 4. Braden Fowler Nicolosi, I think he scrambled for like a 20-yard touchdown.
Yeah, got it in there.
At the end to put him over top, but everyone knows the big controversy with the catch, or was it a catch?
I mean, did they march down the field in like 30 seconds or something like that, like 30, 40 seconds.
Yeah, it was quick. Because there was only like 40, 50 seconds left on the clock.
And they drove the field, and then you got the controversial catch. Tell me what you feel about that controversial. I need to know because as a former alumni and going against UNC is that's not even acceptable. None of this is acceptable. This conversation really shouldn't even be a thing. But I gotta hear from your, perspective. How you feel? You know, I know you a big time CSU guy too.
Oh, for sure.
CSU fan.
I'll give my quick. I watched the whole game damn near. So yeah, the whole game. So first half, right. They just started out real slow, you know. I think BFN overthrew. He had a pick. Well, the first was a fumble, and then he had a pick. And I was like, oh, no. This ain't looking too good. But I'm thinking, all right, like, they'll get it, though. You know, there's a couple turnovers. Because the defense was holding up. Like, UNC really wasn't, like, getting much yardage or getting anywhere. Matter of fact, let me pull up the stats real quick just so we can look at it. But, yeah, so the defense was holding up really well, but the offense just like turnovers.
Yeah, man, I think that's definitely a thing. Like right now, especially in our offense, you know, I had a chance to be around CSU briefly for a while, you know, helping them, you know, a little bit on the recruiting side, a little bit on the player development side. Right. But after being there and being able to see the players that they have, being able to see, you know, the units of people and players that they have as a whole, man, I'm surprised that game was that close. Right. You know, those guys are talented, and CSU hasn't been this talented in a long time. Right. And I know a lot of people like to say that, but like you know, like, it's the truth. You know, they actually have a really good quarterback. They have a good wide receiver core. They have 2-3 running backs over there. You know, they have that tight end, Jax, number 19.
Oh, man. 6'8".
Bro, but he's nice. From watching him in practice, that's a guy that's going to catch everything.
Right.
And I mean, everything that's put into his vicinity. So I'm really shocked. I'm really shocked that this game was this close. Right. And I thought it was going to be one of those runaway games, but it turned out to be a trick game.
Right.
So.
Well, they played really good against Washington.
That's what
Big Ten on the road.
Yeah.
It was 21-21 halfway through the third. I'm thinking they might pull it off.
No, for real. That's what I thought too. Especially coming off a game like Washington, I really feel like we're going to come back in and, you know, go run them over. You know what I'm saying? Especially out of a little frustration. Like they know they were in that game.
Yeah, they were in that game.
They could have won that game.
Right.
So I thought that same attitude would transfer to the next week and they would run over those guys. Right. But shoot, man, that's what you got to watch out for, those trap games.
Oh yeah,
those trap games.
They overlooked them.
Yeah.
And see, UNC, I think they have like 50 plus dudes from Colorado. So you know they was taking that. They was ready.
Never got off from CSU, obviously.
Right.
If you ain't really with the cow. But no, I'm sorry. All right. But the damn catch.
Yeah.
The catch, bro.
So did you see so from the initial angles on the TV, it looked like a catch. I ain't gonna lie. Bro. When he caught that, I was like, oh yeah, that's game they won.
I would say in just real, because I love football. You know, outside of playing it my whole entire life, pretty much up until this point, I love football so much that I can honestly say that reminded me almost exactly of that Dez Bryant.
Bro, that was the
Dez Bryant catch all over the rollover. Right. Still got possession, but you never seen the ball move. I don't think there was enough evidence to truly overturn that call.
Right.
But I watched a Florida State game versus Charlotte the other day. It was on 4th and 1. Charlotte comes through, make this hard ass stop on 4th and 1. I'm talking about they were so excited, only for the ref to throw a flag after the play and saying encroachment. And I was like, yo, wait. I get it though. Florida State's not supposed to lose this game. Right. Any way, shape, or form, for bettors, for all different aspects of sports. You got somebody as a 35-point favorite, just know some millionaires probably took that one as like, yeah, I'm taking that for sure. Like, you know what I'm saying? This ain't probably gonna be close. But now, you look at it now and it's like, damn, a lot of people lost their money on that damn parlay, on that spread. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people lost money on that spread, and that damn catch was a catch. That was a damn catch, y'all. I can't even hold it. It's my squad. But UNC caught that damn football, and I appreciate Colorado State because we Colorado State. They just happen to be UNC. You know what I'm saying? So we deserve to win.
So at first I felt that way too.
Yeah.
I was like, okay, he caught that, and I don't know how you gonna overturn that. But I saw this angle. I don't know if you've seen this angle yet. This is the new angle. This is from one of UNC's cameras. This one made me feel like, okay, you still couldn't overturn it because there was not enough evidence, but I felt like he dropped it. If you look, it looked like the ball hit the ground.
Boom.
Like, right. See,
no, bro. It's trapped in there, but it's trapped.
I don't know, Phil.
Look, see right here. Look at that arm underneath the ball. So the ball's trapped.
But it looks like it's around though.
But look, you see, it's two heads. But even if he hits the ground, it's trapped. It's still trapped underneath his arm. So if the side of the ball wiggles,
which it did
wiggle a little bit, that's going to happen in football. The ball is never going to just stay completely still as you're coming from an aerial catch. That's not typically going to happen. But to come down from that high of a fall and still be able to...
gotta hit the ground.
The only reason I'm saying is because to go through that much, you know what I'm saying, for the ball to hit the ground, if it really was loose, it would have moved a lot more from that type of inertia, from hitting the ground.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Rather than it hitting the ground and barely moving, that means that ball's secure. In some way, shape, or form, that ball's secure. So that's what that is the ruling of the call, if the ball is secure or not.
Right. The ref obviously didn't think it was secure.
Yeah. But I would say from a physics standpoint, like if a ball isn't secure and he falls from that height, and while another man is raking at the ball, you're going to see a lot more from a person that you're going to see a lot more from that ball that's not secure. Yeah. So that's how I look at football. But at the end of the day, I'm a Ram. We deserve to win. I don't give a damn. We got the dub. So that's all that matters. Bye, UNC. We got them up. But, you know, they definitely played a tough game. Hats off to UNC, you know, as a CSU Ram alumni. And I definitely think, you know, moving forward, we got to just come out ready to hammer. We got to turn it up from first quarter. We can't play around with teams, and we can't play in the trap games because I think this week again they got UTSA. Right. Yeah. And I can't say that's a trap. That's a trap game too.
That's an even matchup, I think.
They got a good running back over there
and a good quarterback. McCown's a good quarterback.
So they got their hands full right back again.
Yeah.
So
be a fan. I believe in him. I believe in his techniques, but his potential, and he's shown his talent versus CU, but he just got to get together. Running back room was crazy this year.
Yeah,
Dupree, Avant, and Marshall. They all nice.
Yeah, we got a good running back room. I got a chance to be around those guys a lot, so I know they got some great character, guys, some guys that can definitely run the ball. I would say they all definitely do have their own specialties, their own skill sets. But as a whole, I think they all mesh very well as a core running back core.
Yeah, I'm not gonna put this type of pressure on Dupree, but I kind of see him and you a little bit, just the way he runs the ball. I'm not gonna compare it because what you did was special, but I could see like just he's kind of like a bully out there.
Hope y'all zoom in on my face right here.
He's kind of a bully out there.
I'm tired of the disrespect.
Potential. No?
People always disrespected me, man. They act like people like me just growing trees or something.
No. I'm not saying that. I can see a little bit.
No, but I do like him. I like his phicality. He runs very, very hard. Mm-hmm. You can tell, like, every time he touches the ball, he wants to make that play that's like, like, you're going to have to come at me every play because if you don't, I'm going to score every play. Yeah. So he likes to run with that type of tenacity, and I like that. I think that does transfer over into league play. Yeah. I think that transfers over into just overall elite play. So especially by him only being a freshman right now, like...
Yeah, he's got potential.
He has potential, for sure.
Marshall and Avant are more like twitchy fast, like you scat back type.
Yeah, Avant is an all-around guy. Yeah. He's a guy that good in pass pro.
He's good at kick return too.
Yeah, he's like I say, he's all around guy. He's their kick returner. Just natural at it. I believe he can punt return too as well. I think I've seen him field some punts. And then you talking about third down, he has a good out of the backfield ability, and he's good with the ball in his hands. He's good running the ball in between the tackles. You can get him a little bit mixed up in both of those. I think he's a great complementary back to any back, especially like in the NFL or something. You know, we always had like AP and Chris Thompson, right? Or like you had a little bit in Detroit where you had that AP and Theo Reddick. You know, that third down back that they had over there.
Maybe Tennessee back in the day with Chris Johnson and Lindell White.
You know, like you got those two different tempo style backs. I think Avant is always going to bring that to a backfield or to a running back room, which is important. Like you need that third down back in the room, especially if your number one guy isn't an every down back. We don't always get Christian McCaffrey's, Saquon Barkley's, and Alvin Kamara's free dips every day.
But no, yeah, I think. What do you think about this game though? You know, I feel like it's a pretty even match. It's at home. Like, you think it's a must win? You know, after the
for sure a must win. It's not enough for debate. But I think honestly, CSU comes out this game and sets a statement. I think they take this game by over 20, and kind of start showing their dominance, and they go on a run right here. Going into, I know they got UNLV coming up. There's a lot of important games coming up, but like I think we have the skill set to match up with all these teams. We have the DBs, we have the safeties, we have the quarterback, we have the running back. We just got to get people playing. You know what I'm saying? Playing together, get that chemistry going. So
yeah, I think the Pac-12 has really helped them up their recruiting and get like more talent.
Yeah, 100%.
The fans are showing up. Like people care about the program, and now it's like
that's always been a thing, bro. Right. I think our culture has always been rich. I don't think. I think the number one thing that I like see with a lot of coaches, especially that coming to CSU, it's not the Alabama, right? It's not
Right.
the LSU. It's not that top college that we are, that we always brag and boast on. But this is a school that's been around just as long as all those schools.
Right,
It's
right.
one of the first. It's the first agricultural school.
I'm pretty sure
You know what I'm
it was in CU.
Yeah.
Sure.
So, I mean, like, we talking about over 100 some years, you know what I'm saying, of being established as a Division I elite, like, you know what I'm saying, program in the United States. Mountain West was always a powerhouse back when they had BYU, Utah, TCU.
Yeah.
Like, you were talking about, that was a top 3 conference of all time at that point.
No, it was nice.
Yeah, like, they had the Alex Smiths and all that, like, in that conference. So, like,
Y'all don't remember?
yeah, people don't remember that. People don't remember that Mountain West was literally a top 3 conference in college football. Like,
it was.
it wasn't the ACC or the Pac-12. It was the Big Ten, it was SEC, and it was Mountain West. Like, those are
That was like mid-2000s.
yeah, like, cause Utah used to be ranked back then. TCU was always ranked. BYU was always ranked. You know what I'm saying?
CSU was nice at that time.
Yeah, CSU was nice at the Bradley Van,
yeah.
Bradley Van Pelt's, Joey Porter's, all those guys coming through there. And then you also had, what's the school I'm thinking of that had CU? Oh, well, CU was even good back then in that day. They was winning natties and stuff.
Big 12
Yeah, but that was like, but it was just even Colorado, like the culture the culture here has always been rich. You know what I'm saying? In football, Colorado State. So yeah, I just believe that now we got to just
put it on the field.
Yeah, put it on the field and let these coaches that come in to CSU, like, it's not about coming in and creating a complete new culture. Like, there's not a place that you got to do that at, even though, like, it's a lower tier school. It's not Missouri State or, like, something like...
It's not, it's not FCS.
Yeah, it's not like some completely weak school that doesn't have a culture. No, you come in and you appreciate the culture. You cater to the culture. You know what I'm saying? You cater to the people that's in it. And then you try to put people that is like this culture around these players. Mm-hmm. So everything can mesh well, So I think that's also a big thing, like...
What do you think about Norvell and him bringing in Tyson? You think?
I think those are all good moves. I like Ty Summers. I think he's a very exciting defensive coordinator, especially for college football. I think he's had a lot of success everywhere he's been. So now him coming to CSU and him bringing that energy, that 2 claps and a Ric Flair, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. So him bringing that and bringing his whole energy to that position as a defensive coordinator, I think that is important for CSU. Just as well as the other intricate parts that they use for their position coaches to, other positions in the building. I think that's all important too.
Right.
Not just, offensive coordinator, D coordinator, head coach. I think it's all a top to bottom thing that you have to kind of curate to the culture.
I know, like, this year it's kind of like a prove a year for Norvell. Year 4, the record's gotten better each year, and I've kind of seen a lot from both sides. After the Washington game, a lot of people were feeling good. Mm. And then after this last game, there's a lot of people on the social medias. They going crazy about
off it, man.
Yeah.
Because people so fair weather.
No,
people are so fair weather, man. Just last week it was, great job, boys. Right. X, Y, and Z.
You probably experienced it.
Yeah, and then next week is Fire J. I'm like, God damn, just relax. Like, Lord forbid we have a bad day. Don't get sick out here in America, because then.
Right. Well, and it's like, people forget, like, that's pretty much a rivalry game, especially for UNC.
100%.
Like, the way we look at CU is how, UNC probably
They came out and left that all out there on the field. All their parents wanted to come. Everybody was from their sideline was probably at the game for sure. It's only 40 minutes up the road. We didn't miss a fan, I'm sure, within a 30, 40 mile radius.
Right.
I'm sure we didn't miss one. So, yeah.
Okay. Well, I think CSU comes out. I think they beat UTSA. I'd love to see a 20-point win, but I think at least, touchdown, 10 points. I think that'd be a solid. Look good. If they at least just look good, not a whole bunch of turnovers and just looking. I just want to see the team look good. Like, no missing reads, and the play calling needs to be on point. Like, we don't need to be wasting timeouts 2 minutes into the third. Like, if we just look good, I'll be satisfied.
100%.
Get the win.
Yeah, this should be like a nice little, mechanical little get back.
I think they will. I mean, after that performance, I think you got to.
Oh, we get it.
But okay, so next topics. So the Broncos, they beat the Titans. A lot of people were saying that Bo Nix kind of had an off game. He started out kind of slow and picked up a little later with that sudden touchdown. And then, a win's a win. They got the dub. They beat Cam Ward, Titans, and then they got the Bengals this week. Did you get a chance to watch that game? What's your brief opinion on that one?
Honestly, tell you the truth, I think the Broncos played an excellent game. I think Bo even played good too. First game of the season, sorry. And I think that's always going to be a thing. I don't care how people try to shake it, how people try to knock it. Seldomly in the NFL do we have live periods. Some teams do go live, but seldomly do we have typical real live situations or your starter is out there tackling people for 4 quarters in the preseason. That's not happening.
Right.
Now, this is those guys all right, this is what it feels like to be back in game now. I'm playing 60 snaps. I'm missing tackles. I'm hitting tackles. You know what I'm saying? Ramping it up play after play. That mentality, also is rebuilt in the first game of the season because it's also a gauge of where you are as a player. You know what I'm saying? I'm sure a lot of guys probably who thought they had another year left in them after they played that first game, after they thought they had that year left in them, they figured out exactly how much they had left in them. They may have chose to stick it out.
Yeah.
And some chose to walk away, but it's typically that first game of the season where guys are getting their range back, getting, you know what I'm saying, and really getting back into the flow of the game.
Yeah. Okay, yeah. It was, I didn't get to watch too much of it, but from what I've seen, I look at the NFL a little different than college. The disparity in talent, I feel like is much tighter in the NFL. So, a win's a win. They got the job done. I think that'll look good. Bengals, that's going to be a little tougher. It's still at home, but, Joe Burrow's coming to town. Got Jamar Chase. Defense still got question marks as far as the Bengals. So, I look for them to get the dub here. But I think it'll be a close game. That's gonna be
it's Joe Burrow, bro. It's Joe Burrow. You got Jamar Chase, T. Higgins. They got a whole cast over there.
Right.
And I think the Chase Brown is nice to me. I like him.
He is. He's been looking good, yeah.
He's very fundamentally sound, mechanically sound.
Catches passes
well. He's almost in that realm. I would definitely like to see him run between the tackles a little bit better. But other than that, he's fast, quick, explosive through the hole. I think the Denver Broncos, they gonna have their hands full. Offense is gonna test them just because it's not just Jamar. You know what I'm saying? Riley Moss is going to have to hold up. Barron's going to have to hold up on that offensive end. And that kid knows how to extend plays. He knows how to get the ball out, and he has great touch. So, as long as our defense shows up, I think we're going to be fine again.
Yeah.
Because I don't think their defense is what they ideally want it to be and what it's been in the past 2 years. So, I think definitely Broncos for sure. I go Broncos by 10.
Yeah. I think the Broncos are just more balanced.
I take a field goal and a touchdown win. I feel like they try to pull away at some point. After that first game versus the Titans, I think that was a good way for them to see, even those certain coverages where they were talking about Cam Ward was dropping passes.
Denver this offseason.
Well, in those last Calvin Ridley plays, when it looked like he should have caught the ball, or you know what I'm saying, in a lot of those situations, I look at that as as well as a guy's supposed to catch that, it's the first game of the season, right? As well as the defenders right there behind him. You know what I'm saying? He's in a proper position. Those are things you pay attention to in the first game. All right, we're in a proper position, but that's film to go back, look at. You know what I'm saying? This is a real game rep versus 1v1. You know what I'm saying? This is what team's going to attack us with. So, and I know the NFL, so this is how we approach gameplay and, you know what I'm saying, reading and watching film.
Right.
So, looking at that after the first week, I'm sure that's very encouraging for Denver's defense, too, to see how they came out and played against Cam Ward. Because, he's a rookie, but he don't play like one.
No,
you know what I'm saying?
He's focused.
Yeah.
I like his mentality.
He does not play like one. And I think he's going to be in that conversation with the Josh Allens and the Joe Burrows and Patrick Mahomes. I think he's going to jump up there fairly quickly in that top 5 conversation.
I can see it.
Yeah.
I can see it. Question, do you cheer for the Packers in Washington as well, given you play for them, or do you is it more Broncos?
I still rock with all of them. I took that bitterness out of it. You know what I'm saying? Even because I don't think it suits me. in my personality and how I like to move about things.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I ain't got time to be feeling no type of way about whatever team didn't work out, whatever. How many guys got that story?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Right. So, like, I'm not finna become no victim behind it. And I decided I'm always gonna be a Packers fan because, yeah, even though I played for them and I feel like out of all the teams I played for, it may not win the best out of all those teams, that's still my favorite team. Yeah. You know, just because that's from a childhood.
Oh, wait, you were a Packers fan growing up, too?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Not a Bears fan?
Nah, I wasn't a Bears fan, bro. Nah, my mom was a Packers fan, bro. Just put me in Packers, walking to school. I used to walk them out of school every day, and all Packers people out they house screaming at me, football. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Doing all that. Sure. It's big bear country in Chicago. Like, people are passionate about their Bears in Chicago. So I rock with it, but I've always been a Packers fan. But like I said, I take off that little bitterness because I want to be able to still appreciate, you know what I'm saying, football. I still love the game. I think the business is the business. Right. You know what I'm saying? And I'm happy I ain't got to be a part of that no more. I just rather I want to sit back, watch, cheer people on as they go along their journey and they had theirs. So, yeah. I
mean, people hate me for this. I'm a Cowboys fan. I'm wearing it. but I grew up, that's, you know, my dad, he just always was watching the Cowboys. As I got older, though, I cheered.
I used to like the Cowboys, and I probably will watch them more if Jerry Jones wasn't there.
Yeah. He'd be
tripping, man.
Yeah, but I think
Master Jerry
Broncos. I don't mind.
Master.
As I got older, I'm cheering for. He told me up. I'm cheering for. I cheer for the Broncos too, but I don't know. The Cowboys look decent. I was a little surprised. A lot of people thought they were getting blown out. That got, but I don't know. It's hard to believe in them because they always lose in the playoffs.
Come on, bro. Yeah. Dak been there for how long?
They got nice though.
They got CD. They got Pickens now. They always had some good tight ends. Always had the best offensive line. Bro, there's no excuses.
I know.
There's no excuses for Dallas. If you are a Dallas fan and you come up with the excuse, you are just as sorry as Jerry Jones. Like, because you are watching your team have the capital, have the everything to be a great team. And why not? Why not?
It's every...
Because we're going to keep believing in who?
America's team, I guess. I don't know.
I mean, how about it's time to fucking... It's time for another quarterback in town, brother.
I think Dak's nice. I don't think he's Dak's
Dak's nice, but he falls...
Versus the Packers, he played bad. In that game, he played horrible.
Bro, let me tell you something, bro.
But if it's our run defense...
You should, in this league, if you fall into the bottom 10 quarterbacks, you're interchangeable.
I don't think he's falling in the bottom 10. He's in the top half.
What top half?
Well, he was, second in MVP 2 years ago?
It's Dallas, bro. They're America's team. They have more fans than everybody else in America.
I'll say this. Dak is a good regular season quarterback, but he does need to pick it up in the playoffs, in my opinion.
What does regular season mean?
No, you're right.
And it's not like he's dominating.
You got more Super Bowls than Cowboys.
I'm like, it's not like the Cowboys are dominating the regular season either. They're barely sneaking in half the time because they conference that whole division. Besides the Eagles, has been running that division. The Eagles have ran that division up until last year till the Commanders came in. Now it's the Eagles and the Commanders. Now the Cowboys got another team to worry about. Before, the New York Giants, the Washington Redskins. Like, come on, bro. They got to play them twice a year. That was 2 easy wins for both teams.
Right.
That's 4 wins automatically. That you can almost scratch off for the past 5 years that they were going to win that game for sure. Right, with Ezekiel Elliott and company. Right. You know what I'm saying? Like, so yeah. But now that's not the case anymore. Yeah. You can't write that. You can't write that on the Commanders no more, and you're definitely not writing that on the Eagles no more. And you're gonna have a problem with the Giants now, because who the fuck is gonna guard Malik Neighbors?
But who's gonna throw it? Russ ain't throwing it to him, or I guess they got a rookie. They might Jackson Dart. They might start.
That's a whole other story. But just as bad as the Cowboys, like I feel like everybody gonna give them a run for their money. I feel like every week they finna. If you put down any parlay to just say the Cowboys about to beat who by what? Don't put that bread down.
They're playing the Giants this week.
Don't take the spread. Don't take the spread. Take the game straight up, but don't take the spread. Sure. If it's anywhere for like 7 points or some shit, no, don't do that. If you put it on there for 7, they losing by 7. Like, make sure that motherfucker there plus 14 or something. Like, make sure we later in the season and we start taking those spreads. Like, you know, for the teams that we know for sure are bad. Because right now,
we'll see.
I'm sorry, brother. I know that's your team.
No, it's good. It's good.
They need. That's just my opinion. I think they need another QB. I just think that. I think Dak would benefit from going to a new system, and I think Cowboys would 100% benefit from trying out Milton or another quarterback.
I don't know. I watched them preseason games, man. Milton, he was overthrowing everything. He started to pick it up at the end, but
it's also a mental thing too, bro. You can't that's like when they drafted Dak. He came in there, you practicing with the ones, brother. Like, you know what I'm saying? Tony Romo on the way out, you with the ones. Like, he going preseason, he was with the ones. Like, that's cool. That's a mental thing. You go in with guys that you watching in practice, they scared this on the outside. It's the third, fourth string wide receiver that think he not finna make the team, and then you trying to throw him some that you want him to be on ESPN. He got too much in his brain. Like, you know what I'm saying? He got way too much in his brain to be running these routes perfectly and doing a bunch of stuff. I'm a football player, guys, so I know the mental side and what players struggle with and what they go out on that field with. It's not just always the athletic ability. Sometimes it's a lot of baggage. So, you know what I'm saying?
That's a good point. I like
you know, like it takes a lot more to kind of like see a lot of those situations and be like, oh yeah, that's the best this guy's gonna play. Like, this guy ain't even in a clear mind space right now. Like, he already on the third string on the depth chart. This motherfucker scared for his life. You don't know if he's going to get cut tomorrow.
Right.
Like,
and that's when you don't have a coach that believes in you.
Yeah, like, or if you just one of these guys that's not a first string, second, because we've seen starters get cut. We've seen second string guys get cut. Third, you never know what their plan is up top. So when you're not that starter or you're not that guy and they're not showing you're that guy, it's going to start getting a little icy around the building. You know what I'm saying? You're going to start feeling a little cold and alone sometimes. You know what I'm saying? From the coaches, they ain't going to be showing you that love because, hey, you're not the starter. Yeah, I'm not finna, you know what I'm saying? Not catering to you like that. You're not our first round. We ain't paid you $30 million yet. I'm give like,
right.
And they carry that down. Some coaches do have that attitude. So, and players feel it double then. You know what I'm saying? Outside of their just normal anxiety.
No, that's real. Okay. Well, let's dive into a little hip hop. You know, I dropped the greatest Colorado rappers of all time list like 3 weeks ago. Kind of had the hip hop scene out here going crazy. Wow. I know you kind of.
I'm new to the Colorado rap scene, so this is always going to be like something for me that like I'm always going to be intrigued with because I'm an artist myself and I do want to work with Colorado artists. So I'm going to be excited to see all the different rappers we bring through here and be able to hear their music too as well.
Oh yeah. Yeah, if anyone's trying to collab, man, make sure y'all tap in with Kapri.
You already know.
But did you see it? Like, what was your opinion when you seen it? And you know,
I seen a couple guys on there. I seen a couple guys on there like Trev Rich, Parkside Plugs.
I remember.
Who else did I see on there? AP, yeah. I seen AP on there. Ray Reed. Ray Reed was on there, and I like Ray Reed a lot.
He's one of my boy.
I think he got that, like, you know what I'm saying, that hard sounding, you know what I'm saying?
Upbeat.
Upbeat, and he got a nice sound to his voice. You know what I'm saying? Which Trev do too. I like Colorado artists too for the fact is that they do make their own music. And that's one thing I will say, like, I think Colorado people hold such an emphasis on other Colorado artists that try to act like something that they're not.
Right.
So it also pressures them to come out with their own sound. So all these guys that we are talking about, none of them sound the same. Right. You know what I'm saying? They all got their own sounds.
I would try to be versatile with it.
Exactly. They try to be versatile with it. I would say Trev Rich and AP kind of have a little bit similarities.
Lyrical.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, exactly.
They don't sound like him, but that vibe.
Exactly. Like that vibe going to give you something that you really going to have to pay attention to, that you really going to have to tune into their lyrics and listen. Yeah, exactly. So, I mean, there's only certain rappers who even care about that type, you know, so that's already unique in that standpoint. But as far as other artists, I'm not as fond with, but I look forward to it. I look forward to, you know what I'm saying, seeing all the Denver artists come through here, come to vibe out with us, hearing y'all music, and giving y'all some feedback too as well.
Oh yeah. What's your overall opinion? Because obviously this ain't the first list ever. Complex does it. All kinds of brands do it. Like, you as an artist, like, do you look forward to seeing lists like that? At the same time, is it kind of like, I don't need that validation? Like, how do you kind of look at this, generally speaking?
I think if you looking at it from a real, because as an artist, you have to always look at things from a consumer aspect if you're trying to sell. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
If you just an artist that's just making your music just to make it, you don't care about the money or nothing like that, I would say this doesn't really pertain to you. But for a person that is trying to get that bread, trying to get that chicken, you know what I'm saying? Trying to create audience, consumer-based type audience as well. Like, these type of things do help that. You know what I'm saying? These type of things do get your name in front of or next to, you know what I'm saying, other artists, regardless if you like it or not. You know, because, you know, this Trev Rich maybe repost that and you may be 30th on that list. You know what I'm saying? And none of Trev Rich fans never seen or heard of your face. Right. Exactly. And all of a sudden you're on the same exact blog as them. You know what I'm saying? So it's beneficial. You know what I'm saying? Whether you like it or not, or where you're rated at, you know what I'm saying? At least your name is there. Right. You know what I'm saying? At least people can see your face and you got something to post, because that's what this is about. Like, you know, constantly, you know, giving things and putting things out for your consumer side and your, you know, for people to be able to judge you on. So.
Right. Well, I think that's a good take. I know it's not everyone's. Oh, you want to see the
grades?
Yeah. I know not everyone's going to agree with it, you know, and it's controversial. Everyone's got to have their own opinion. But overall, like, the intention behind it was to just shine a light on Denver hip hop, Colorado hip hop, and get people to talk about the scene out here. You know what I'm saying? So,
facts.
That was kind of the whole goal with it. You know, it worked. It got people talking. Now let's elevate. Okay. Next topic, you know, so we're recording this 9/11, September 11, 25. Rest in peace, you know.
Condolences out to all the people and families that were affected by 9/11, of course, you know, the country of America as well. And I think I second this because I heard this earlier today. I think this was one of the major moments in American history where America did come together as a whole. Right. You know, for one of the first times, just dealing with such a scary thing that happened so close to home for everybody. Right. You know, that had a family member or just knew.
A lot of innocent lives.
Yeah, a lot of innocent lives, man. Just, you know, just the whole toll that it took on America. So I appreciate, you know, how well it did bring us together as a whole. You know, there was no race involved. There was no divide involved. It was our country, you know what I'm saying, that we were, you know, looking to protect and looking to get answers for. And honestly, to tell you the truth, I think if we approached a lot of things in that type of, you know, aspect, we'd be better.
Being so divisive.
Yeah. Rather than be so divided. You know, we got all these school shootings going on right now. Just yesterday, we had the Colorado school shooting.
Right, Evergreen.
Yeah, Evergreen High School. My condolences to them, too, as well. Many blessings to the families. Yeah, man, because it's real tragic, you know, to kind of see what's going on out here in the world, especially when you talk about the gun violence, when you talk about, you know, just the way people feel and deem like they're supposed to pertain to life and how they're supposed to handle things, because we're given this like pamphlet, you know, saying like, this is okay, this isn't okay. Right. And once you hand a person a gun, white. Yeah, exactly. When you hand a person a gun, like you're giving them rules around a gun now. You're not giving them rules around their humanity or rules around this, like, because there's only one trigger on that gun. There's two options on there. You know what I'm saying? Right. Don't pull the trigger or pull it. And the result of you pulling the trigger can range from paralyzation to death to everything off one singular bullet, not even counting the other bullets that's in the chamber. So, I mean, when you think about stuff like that, I think that we have a lot bigger questions to answer to, you know, when it comes to the welfare and the well-being of our country, you know, because we love this place, man. We love this place, and I'm telling you, nobody wants to walk outside and nobody wants to be fear-mongered on being killed, stabbed in the neck like that young lady from Ukraine. Like all these other little bitty things that we deal with from stepping outside of our homes and in the U.S., the land of the free, the land of opportunity, one of the best countries on the face of this planet. You know, we've been blessed to be able to have the landscape that we have, to have the tools, the resources. Right. And I just feel like we should be putting them in a place that says they're 100% for the people. So. Right. Yeah.
Yeah. Yesterday was a tough day. It's tough to get too deep into the political sphere because, you know, is no winning. It's like, you know, and it's not black and white. There's so much gray area. But, you know, like you said, I think we could all agree that, you know, in just like generally speaking, like human life is valuable. And, you know, I feel like we need to focus on that. Mental health. I think a lot of, you know, people can just be better people. The main thing that I took from all of that yesterday, because like, oh yeah, at first I was like, let me put in my 2 cents. But then I was like, you know what, like, how can I just be a better person and like see what happened, and maybe it'll make me think deeper next time I see someone and I talk to them. Maybe I'll respect them more, or just be, you know, just in general be a better person, and maybe that'll go a longer way. Say hi, you know, like little stuff like that. How can I? Yeah, maybe, you know, sometimes we can feel like we're just one small human and all these people and we can't do much, but like, you know, what impact can I have as a human? And that's kind of the way I've been taking it. You know what I'm saying?
I think that's the proper way to take it, honestly, because I mean, we see so much out here, bro, like that you quickly start to understand that if individually every last person took exactly what you said and wore that as an individual, and know that like how much as an individual, how many people you're going to touch day to day, how many people you're going to interact with day to day on a day to day, and by them remembering that there's people like you that exist, just as a singular individual, how much that does for a person, rather than if a whole society or a whole city or a whole town, you know, or just a whole family. You know what I'm saying? Because it can start that small for when people need to see these things from humanity standpoint. You know, like it's almost like, you know, that one lady who was robbed by a black person, or you know what I'm saying? All of a sudden now, like she may have loved them before, and now she's like, every time she see a black person, she clench her purse a little bit harder. You know what I'm saying? Boom, boom. And then just...
And vice versa, too.
Yeah, it's vice versa. It can go both ways.
The white dude, he's probably going to shoot up a school or something, you know?
Like, everybody, we all got our own little communities and how we decide to handle our you know what I'm saying, our plagues and our diseases that we were plagued with since, you know, we out here walking on this earth. But I look at it from that type of aspect, that it's going to finally take a person to come and see this lady, or find her in a position where, like, as a black man, like, you helped this lady out. Because then that day she's going to be like, my last experience was this. And then the very next experience I had was somebody helping me. You know what I'm saying? Was this black man helping me? You know what I'm saying? Put my groceries in the car. You know what I'm saying? Or, you know, it was raining outside and he came and, you know what I'm saying, put his umbrella, you know what I'm saying, over my head. Like, boo. Those are the same type of things that can change people's, like, perspective for life. You know what I'm saying? But if their one and only experience is the one experience that's either traumatic that they're going to shape out and play out for the rest of their life, then yes, it is a victim mentality. But, you know, we can't judge people for how they traumatized in this world. We can't judge people for what they can't get over. Because
I suggest not trying to avoid the victim mentality.
Exactly.
I agree with you,
yeah, like, you know, we can't really base people in it's like almost like you can tell people how to mourn. You know what I'm saying? Like, they tell you don't tell people how to mourn and stuff like that. It's the same way with going through your journey. Like, you can't tell somebody get over that. Like, you got to get over that faster.
Or you can be mad about this, and not this. Or
exactly. Like, you can't tell people how to, you know what I'm saying, deal with their traumas. And we give it whole names, medical terms, PTSD, and give people medications for this stuff. You know what I'm saying? And you got to know that this exists in every last human being that's had any type of life experience, that they have trauma. You know what I'm saying? It's really only the brave people who step outside of that, who are able to navigate outside of their traumas. Because 9 times out of 10, the people that we live with and that we mingle with on a day to day, we're mingling with a traumatized person. You know what I'm saying? Of some way, shape, or form. It's just going to
We all have problems.
Exactly. And it's going to take a different situation for you to see that out of a person. You know what I'm saying? Like, some people, it may be a life-death situation. Some guy went to war, he hear a gunshot or a firecracker, he can't tell the difference. You know what I'm saying? And now you get a whole different person. Or you can be dealing with a black man, you know what I'm saying, who's dealt with somebody being racist toward him, or this and that, and somebody comes by and says the wrong thing to him. You know, the last time got him beat up and Denver thought he was finna get hung and killed. Like, you know what I'm saying? Right. You can't go play with that guy with those same words. Like, you're going to know that's going to take a different type of navigating. So, yeah, I have mercy on a lot of different sides of how we are seeing the world play out right now. But I think the most important thing is to understand that we all human and that we all that we all need a little extra love. You know what I'm saying? A little extra hug.
Get outside. I loved your story. You got outside, you walking outside, touch some grass, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, bro. Like, for real, gotta go touch some earth, bro. Yeah. Like, because, like, when you, like, that damn phone, bro.
You just be scrolling, doom
scrolling, bro. Like, doom scrolling. Like, go get some earth in your life, bro. Like, go get some earth. Like, we watching everything from a visual. And then I feel like some people forget how actually locked in we are to this planet. Right. That you don't have to go on this thing to see your blessing. You know what I'm saying? Like,
right.
Like, you don't. Like, the fact that you walked outside and you made that decision without having to make a decision if you being hungry or if you need to shower, or if you needed some water, or if you needed some, you know what I'm saying? Like, right. Then you could just make a decision like that. Like, some kids woke up this morning and they're too sick to get out of bed. You know what I'm saying? Because they didn't eat last night and they're not going to eat again this morning. You know what I'm saying? And the water that they about to go try to source, they're going to have to heat that up for an hour and a half and do all this other things to get all the bacteria. Like, we have different struggles. Like, and the more we can see and take ourselves out of that victim mentality of, like, kind of like where we are.
The world is against me.
Yeah, exactly. Like, then that's when we start progressing. But there's also, with that being said, that doesn't mean because, like, you see the world on the lighter side, like, you become a fairy tale person. Like, that doesn't see.
You can still feel your pain.
Exactly. 100%. Like, you know, and I think people misconstrue me for that. Like, they misconstrue me for a fairy tale guy. Like, because I do have that bronze, I do have that badge that I've earned with God, that I say to myself, like, I'm not a victim. I don't believe in being traumatized. You know what I'm saying? I believe in learning lessons. You know what I'm saying? So sometimes it takes a little extra work for you to dive down in those memories and dig that up and figure out what the hell is actually bothering you and what the went wrong at that point in time that it's affecting you now for the rest of your life. There's sometimes about visiting that you can cure it. You know what I'm saying? But it's scary for a lot of people going back in that dark tunnel, going back, revisiting and going through every last intricate moment where they see, like, damn, actually I walked into that room. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I walked into that room, I seen this, I seen that, I stayed, and then this turned out to this, and then this turned out to that. All right, so what God was really trying to show me in that situation, not that I was the victim. You know what I'm saying? But look at your footsteps. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you just would have had took a right, exactly. If I had just took a right here, like, this is going to go this way, this is going to go this way. He's giving you navigational tools, even through trauma and even through your success. You know, and I truly and honestly believe that because it's honest. That's how I got to the NFL. That's how you know what I mean? I didn't have any good role models really like that around me besides my mom. So, like, it became a thing for me, like, to quickly learn from the things I was up in. You know what I'm saying? Because I wanted to make to the NFL from being in a 3-bedroom house with 23 kids in it. Like,
I don't think you would have made it if you had the victim mentality.
Exactly. I really didn't have any type of option to have that mentality because I would see it on my family members. Like, I did see the victim mentality. I remember when my uncle was like 16 years old. He was doing backflips all in the front yard. We living in the hood. He doing back handsprings and the triple twist, all this other right now. We up there playing football and they all calling me the football player. Yeah. Then he come up to me all sweaty and after doing all these backflips, and I'm thinking this motherfucker is the most athletic motherfucker I've ever seen in my entire life. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, this is one of God's children for sure. Like, this motherfucker is doing all type of incredible that I wish I could do as a young kid. He only 16 and he walked up to me like, hey, you see, you know what I'm saying? I know you looking all proud of me right now, but you a football player. You finna be this, you finna be that. And I looked at him and I was just like, you 16, bro. Like, why
it's your time.
Like, I was just like, why are you talking to me like your life's over?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you still in high school right now. Like, who shut what door on you?
Right.
But, like, when society shuts the door on you, like, for a lot of people in their journey, sometimes they feel like that is a door shut. You know what I'm saying? Like, when really these doors are purposely placed here to throw us off. You know what I'm saying? In the black community, just gonna keep it a buck.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, like these things are naturally thrown in. That's why we talked about it earlier when the government could have been taking ghettos out. You know what I'm saying? The government could have been taking away these terrible infrastructures and ghettos that they hold all these black people near and close to, and all these liquor stores. They could have
redlining.
Yeah, like they could have been done all this already. We've been had the money. We got $1 trillion to send over there. Funny, but we could have been done this. Like, you know what I'm saying? We could have been put a halt to all this, but we market and we profit off of this. We profit off deaths. We profit off incarceration and people feeling condemned, so they go out and do something dumb so they can go to jail. Like, we profit off this. As a whole, as a government. So, like, when you're looking at it from that aspect, like, you got to say, like, damn, like, all right, these are the roadblocks. These are what's placed here, and I have to navigate, and I have to know how to navigate so I can get around it. You know what I'm saying? Because they gonna want you to fall in one of those little holes. They gonna want you to step on one of those landmines. Like, it just is what it is, but you got to be smarter. You know, you got to know that these things already exist and you're not the first person to go through them. So sometimes it is okay to watch somebody else and be motivated or be inspired by somebody, you know, or just simply let God navigate you. Yeah. It's however you want to do it, but I'm telling you, it's going to be the best part of you, though. You know?
So I don't want to go too crazy on what I'm about to say, but just to keep it real from my perspective as well on what you just brought up. Like, I ain't gonna lie, I've had a lot of moral battles with Mile High Minute. Like, you know, when I first started it was more like, I'm a hip hop fan. I grew up on government housing, diverse friend group. You know, like, I'm just a hip hop fan. And then the more and deeper I got into it, I'm seeing what you're talking about. My homies is passing due to gun violence, this, that, and the third. And it's like, I'm just like sitting back. I'm like, it's like a moral battle of, okay, I want to post this dope music, but some of this dope music is not good. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But it's like, but they're also, this is their therapy and this is them telling their story. So, like, it's just this moral battle of, like, how do you...
Sometimes they telling stories. Sometimes, like, how many times you gonna tell the same story, though?
No, you're right.
How many times you gonna rap about you spinning the block? And you spent the block on what's his name? Like, we heard you the first time.
No, yeah, you're
like, you know what I'm saying? Like, we got it. We get the gist. We know you're scary. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah. And I think that's why I love hearing your perspective and stuff. But yeah, man, it's like I feel like as I've grown with the platform, I've, you know, had an easier time like staying away from too much of that. You know what I'm saying? At first, it's like you don't know and you're not aware and you don't care as much, but then as you grow with it, you're like, nah, like, that's important. But it's crazy, like, seeing some of these other platforms starting to grow in the city. No shade to them, and I support all platforms, but it's like, damn, like, there's no regard for some of that stuff. Like, it's just like
straight raw.
Just some of these young cats, bro, like, they just be. It's like,
they like the clickbait, man. They like the clickbait. They like to get, you know what I'm saying, the attention.
They're posting all their crimes on the. Like, it's just like, damn. Man.
Yeah, no, bro. And another thing, too, to hit on, like, some of the music you're talking about telling the stories. I think a lot of that's crazy, too. I think it's a lot of it's blasphemy. And I'm just going to keep it a buck. Like, I think it's blasphemy. Like, for dudes to only have one side of their story to tell. Because none of these dudes being vulnerable. None of these dudes is talking about nothing intricate going on in their life. They literally are just talking about killing people. You know what I'm saying? They literally talking about drugs and killing. I'm off this perk, finna go bounce out on and shoot this. Like, bro, how many times we gonna hear about you being off a perk and you popping out on and you not being off a perk and still being able to pop out on or what gun you shooting when you popping out on like, okay, like, all right, we get it. There's only so many ways you can say that. You know what I'm saying? Like, before we've heard of every single gun you can possibly name. You know what I'm saying? We've heard every single shooting ad-lib we can possibly do. There's nothing new to none of it that's going on or what somebody's talking about or how they kill somebody. There ain't no.
You can't listen to that with your kid in the car and then, like, maybe at the gym. I'll keep it real. I'll listen to some drill music at the gym, but that's it.
Honestly,
outside of that, I can't listen to it.
I think it automatically come down to, like, when you get to a certain point of this, bro, like, you, like, mentally, I know artists think of this because I'm an artist. Like, what's your brand, right? And then some of them go, I'm a drill rapper. And at that point, you let me know, like, you want to be feared. Like, you would rather not have humanistic relationships with people. Right. You rather fearmonger people. and to get them to look at you as if you're anything different from any that they've ever seen in street life, and you not. You know what I'm saying?
A good point.
You know what I'm saying?
Like, they really be cool usually.
Like
too,
cool as bro. Yeah. Hear me out. Like, you know what I'm saying? And then you can also say the same thing. Like, I f with young boy, but I seen where he had to switch it up. When he did that in Utah, he was like, man, when he said I'm hurting. Like, look at all this shit I done to people. Like, look at all, you know what I'm saying? Look at the music I done put out. Right. You know what I'm saying? And what people doing to my music. Like,
that's real.
I knew that when your first drop, brother. I knew that after the third drop and after the fourth drop that you were ruling out of fear. These young kids that's looking up to you, they're not really looking up to you, bro. Like, you scaring the shit out of them. These little white kids, you're scaring the shit out of them. But they rather cheer you on, you know what I'm saying, than become your victim. Or be just like you so they can sit next to you rather than have to fear you if you ever came around. So people find different ways to acclimate themselves to people. You know what I'm saying? Especially when they fear them, like a boss. Like, if a motherfucker find an end with a boss, he like apples, I'm gonna go bring this motherfucker apple. You know what I'm saying? Make sure this motherfucker fire me. Oh, damn, he just like this and that. He's like his paperwork done this way. I'm gonna do it this way just so this motherfucker never come and scream at me. But these are our artists. These are our celebrities. You know what I'm saying? These are our top dogs of the top dogs. You know what I'm saying? Right. So, like, everybody kind of want to be loved by these motherfuckers. Everybody want to be like Bomb. And when they music get to a certain point, like, it is what it is. And you can make for the streets, and hell yeah, start off as some street. But as an artist, when you keep going with and you keep going with a narrative, you start knowing that you're ruling out of fear. You start learning that you're not ruling because I'm just this dope. I'm just this cool. Like, no, I get to a certain point to where, like, damn, gang, like, damn, I just bumped into bro. I better be careful because he may do that to my. I kind of want people to feel like that about me, like, because low key that's getting him some publicity. So then these people start going out trying to have that same type of effect on the world. Right. You know what I'm saying? Whereas I walk around and you better not look at me wrong, nigga. You know what I do. I listen to that NBA Youngboy song 10 times. So the next time you look at me, I'm doing what NBA Youngboy do, so I can get the same reaction that people get at NBA Youngboy.
And to go like. To go off that, I like that you said that because I was watching Old Man Saxon, so he was number 17 on my list. Mm. He's kind of like a different type of hip hop. Mm. He's on rhythm and flow. Anyways, what I loved about what he said in his reaction video, and I need to post that, was he said, what we can learn from this list is look at the top two. You got Tag Team and Flowbots. Mm. Like, Tag Team is known for the Whoop There It Is, the party song. Good time, it's vibes. The second dude, Flowbots, they talk about social injustice and stuff like that. And, you know, I took that into account with the list. Like, yeah, there's gangster rappers on there, but, like, it was hard to, like, I can't put them up there with, you know what I'm saying? Right. People with a positive message or just people who, like, have a positive image. You know what I'm saying?
Right, exactly.
So, like, there's longevity in that, I guess, is pretty much
career. I mean, it shows, you know, like
you might get that quick clout off of dissing someone or whatever, but, like, if you want longevity in the music industry, like, there's got to be substance.
Well, and then they get down to a point where you can tell just be wanting the fame from the shit. Right. Some niggas want to be rappers because they just want to girls. You know what I'm saying? Some people just want the clout behind it, bro. Like, and it's real evident because then it's like you can tell the people who don't come up and put no effort in, bro. And I'm just being real. You know what I'm saying? That go to all artists. I don't give a damn. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm an artist. I can listen to your music and tell when you're trying. You know what I'm saying? Like, if I start hearing you mimic and roll off a bunch of that I already heard before, and I know it sound cool, the beat's good, but you start saying everything. Like, when I hear a new beat, it's time for new words, new everything, new vision. Time for me to paint and stamp that motherfucker for my own that nobody else has. Not just that nobody hasn't done this beat. Because that's what it's turned into. Is, nobody just ain't drill rap to this beat yet. Bro, you think we want to keep listening to y'all talk about the same just on different beats? Right. Like, you know what I'm saying? On different drill type beats. Like, no, bro. Like, where you at? Where are you at? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, where you at in your career? Like, where we gonna hear all that little bitty type of like, you look at a motherfucker, Lil Tecca. Like, you would be crazy if when Lil Tecca came out, everybody said that was going to be the one that lasted through all those guys.
Right.
But the crazy thing about it is, Lil Tech was when I listened to the most. Because like when you, as an artist, like when you listen to somebody have a different sound, and you know you can go to them for different sound. You know what I'm saying? You know you're not like as an artist, like, oh, he's truly being an artist. Like, oh, he's trying to do something new here. Well, he's doing this different beat here. He's working with this different artist here and bring this new vibe, this new sound here. You know what I'm saying? Pushing themselves musically. Like, you see that out of artists. Like, it sucks to see like artists that feel like they just gonna stay right here and they just gonna keep doing the same thing over and over and over and over again and think they can finna receive different results from the other million people who are taking that same exact road as you. Right. Like, there's no, bro, you about to have to try to do something stupid to keep your name up. Right, you know what I'm saying? Right. And what happens? And what happens next? Yeah. They go off and go do some stupid. Or they start beefing with somebody, or they want to go to streamer university and start disrespecting motherfuckers, or whatever's going to do to bring in the clicks. Like, you don't want to be a guy that has to do everything for the clicks. Right. Like, be a guy that just longevity. There's no longevity in that. Like, start doing shit that's
and that goes for the bloggers too.
Start doing that's close to home, that's close to you, that you can keep up with yourself, keep up with you, stay in your lane, so people can see the progression of that. Rather than they seeing the progression of drill music. Like, why are you intertwining yourself as an artist into something that's so narrow? Like, you know what I'm saying, of a lane, and one that's brand new and may be gone. You know what I'm saying? Very soon. Like, we deal with a lot of different, you know what I'm saying, genders of music. So I just think we gotta do better as artists for sure.
And before we get into this next topic, I respect your opinion on it just because you from Chicago, so you seen this firsthand. You know what I'm saying, the music and all that.
Man, ain't no Rudy Pooch. I've been the same way when I was living in Chicago, when I was walking on the west side, south side, when I was all through that motherfucker, living in foster care shelters. Motherfuckers know me for being the same exact person I am today. Like, I walk in the hood, I'm smiling, I'm laughing, I wish you would play with me because I'd beat your like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it just was what it was. Even as a shorty, before the muscles, before whatever you want to call it, like, on the same exact time, but I just not dumb. Right. You know what I'm saying? I didn't think I had to rule people out of fear. You know what I'm saying? Like, when it is really in you, you don't walk around with that. You know what I'm saying? Like, you walk around like you. And then if a nigga try to put you in a position when you got to stand on business, then you just stand on business. Right. It ain't that hard. Defend you. It ain't that hard to be gangster. Motherfuckers then lost the term of gangster. Gangster now includes shooting and riding around with a gun all day. That's crazy because when I was in the 90s, when I started gang banging and when I was in the 5th grade, when I was 9 years old, 7 years old, doing my first drive-by, like, that was something that you can tell that was escalated beef when that shit was going on. Like, that shit had passed the levels of fighting, past the levels of everything. Right. All that shit had been exhausted already. You know what I'm saying? Like, but nowadays these kids, they're not going through those levels. They're not having that $50 problem and going, just box it out, bro. It ain't that serious. Right. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, you really mad at your homie, like, you really, y'all can't get past these words. Go ahead, just tussle it out real fast. Like, you know what I'm saying? Box it out. You know what I'm saying? At least that's some you can come back next day and be like, yeah, bro got me. You know what I'm saying? Whatever the case may have been, we ain't gonna win them all. You know what I'm saying? Right. And chalk that shit up and move on. Ain't why our lives gotta be involved. Right. Now you got think, oh, if you don't kill it, then you can't rock with me. Like, shut the fuck up. Like, you want people to sell their soul with you? You want people to be in hell with you? That's what it sounds like. You know what I'm saying? Telling innocent motherfuckers that you gotta catch a body to rock with me. They ain't got no beef with nobody. They ain't got no trouble. They don't got no trouble. Don't force trouble on people. Right. Don't force, you know what I'm saying, people to have those type of altercations in life, because when you probably had to deal with that shit and your homie got shot, or your little brother, your little cousin, or whatever, your mama was crying, your granny was crying, your was crying too. You know what I'm saying? Right at the funeral, praying for the day you seen that killed whoever. So you gonna go out and be the first person to do that. Just know that same exact timeline of the grandma crying, the mama crying, the cousins crying, all that, the same motherfucker that went out the next day and hunted for 48 hours looking for you, that's gonna be you next. Like, it's an eye for an eye. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, no winning. There's no winning. Yeah. And you can call it, it's somebody that love that. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's somebody that love that mother. So you think you're going to do something to somebody and this is going to come to an end, this is going to just be. Right. And like.
Not to compare it because it's totally different, but with what happened yesterday, like, that's doing what happened, that's not going to end whatever business dude had, you know, like
Charlie Kirk.
Yeah,
Kirk, yeah.
It's just it might get worse. Who knows? I don't know.
I mean, like, as long as we got these guns on the street, as long as these motherfuckers out here fear-mongering other people, we got rappers out here fear-mongering the people, trying to tell people, like, you can't exist unless you do this. You can't do this unless you do this. Like, putting people in the worst case scenarios when it comes to a mental mind state, rather than maybe even putting people's mind at ease, you know, and taking some guns off the street and doing or making the requirements on these things a lot tougher. Like, oh, if you know, get caught with a gun or you commit a crime or murder, like, this life automatic. It ain't no debate. You know what I'm saying? But, you know, all these things have to come in place with us as a society as a whole for us to start answering this. And my message to the black community is that it do start with us first. We can't go outside and look for racism and look for all this other while we still dealing with gangs in our inner neighborhood. Like, we got to kill that first. We got to kill the gangs inside of our inner neighborhoods, our inner circles, all that dividing amongst black on black. We got to kill that divide. Cause should no gang be able to divide you from your brother? Should no street be able to divide you from your brother? Especially the same motherfucker that you're going to need to protect you when you screaming out somebody being racist to you, screaming out when you in help or in need or something like that. It's going to be your people that show up. You know what I'm saying? So just for that as a starter base in the black community, I would say, like, that's my message. Like, get off that and get right, you know what I'm saying, with your community, get right with people and stop treating people like, you know what I'm saying, like you potentially may have a problem with them one day because this may be the same person that's going to save you one day. Move from that light first. And then we can take it to the racism side. Then we can take it to the big man, to the White House, to all that. You know what I'm saying? But we can't do that right now while we being made the example out of. You know what I'm saying? We can't do that right now when every time you click on the media, this rapper has been arrested for this and these guys are shooting up these guys and they're dissing each other and they're shooting at each other back and forth in the neighborhood because they both want to be rappers and they needed some clout. Like we got to cut that shit out. Cause right now, like I said, we are becoming examples. When we go to other countries and other like that, all these people have is media of black people that don't have no black people in their country. So when they go and look at the media, all they see is us acting out. So when we come to their country and they look at us, they be like, look at him. Like, he's about to rob us. He's about to kill us. You know what I'm saying? That's one of those guys I seen on TV. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's the last thing you want America to be able to paint you as. You know what I'm saying? Especially to make it seem like we're the problem, because America has a lot of problems, but you think they're not smart enough to say, hey, this is the problem, or try to narrow that down. You're crazy. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So. Yeah, and I'll say, like, white people can do a better job of just not judging and assuming and hearing, you know, African Americans, people of color, Latin, whoever, hearing people out and you know what I'm saying. When it comes to music, definitely, like, know your role. I guess from a blogger's perspective, the way I'm thinking about it is just people only doing things for profit and clicks and not necessarily, which I get it, we all got to get our money and clicks to a certain extent, though. There's a moral boundary, and I feel like a lot of white people in hip-hop or white bloggers don't have a moral boundary, and they just don't care, and there's no regard for human life. I'm 22. My bad. No jumper. Yeah, so you know what I'm saying, but yeah, man, like, and I, to be honest, I respect him as a businessman, and he did put on a lot of artists, but I don't respect the moral. Yeah, he got no morals at all. Like, no moral integrity. Like, you got to understand what you're doing, and profiting off the black community. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't remember one white person I seen on No Jumper. I'm just gonna say that much. You know what I'm saying? But and even the topics that are brought up. And self-incriminating things that he want to bring up, that he want to talk about and put on camera and put in front of millions of people. It's just so detrimental to our culture. But it just deflects the blame. He puts it all in the artist, which, yes, a lot of, like you just said, a lot of it is on artists. But it's on you too. Like, it's not just... No, I mean, because he's the one that's posting it. Right. Even like the same way we got our videos, right? We can cut, edit, you know what I'm saying? Take the positives out or keep the negatives, however we want to play it. Right. Like, he's the master key. He has the master key to that whole platform, and that's why the blame is on him. is because he can make his platform whatever he wants it to be.
Post that or not.
Exactly. He's making all those decisions. So when it comes down to how we're feeling about something, we're going to the decision maker. You know what I'm saying? Because all these rappers could have came in and talked about this and this and that. You could have asked them about their album and you only posted about their album.
Yeah.
And then you only posted shit when they talking about their family and where they come from or do. But instead you want to talk about all the rap beef. Y'all, you want to bring up some shit from their rap sheet or some shit that they dealt with from years ago and get them to talk about that same exact thing that person at home, whoever they did that to or whatever family they did that to, now got to be reminded on that from watching that own thing. And guess what you just did? It all over again.
Right.
You just push up some blood pressure right back over again.
Right.
Over a dead person that's probably finna come that even if they was in slumber, they snoring and snoozing, they wide awake now. They wide the fuck awake now because you ain't got no remorse in your voice. Oh, you laughing when you speaking on my dead? Like, all right, okay. I'm gonna laugh when I stand over you. Like, and that's what type of energy they putting out into the world that I would say, like, these people, like, that podcast to me is just about as demonic as they come, just as well as the Vlad TVs and all this other, like, that don't stand for pushing positivity, especially from people that come from broken places. And you know these people come from broken places and you praying on it. This is what it is.
That's real. All right. Do you got any quick thoughts on the whole Young Thug situation going on right now?
Stay out the streets, man. Like, we can stay right there with it. You know what I'm saying? That's for all the black. That's all the black folks, man. Like, stay away from this shit. I've been saying this for years, bro. And I'm not no preacher, bro. I'm just a motherfucker who kept his eyes open. You know what I'm saying? And didn't give a like. I just give a you know. So when you look at it from this perspective, like, and you see how everything's playing out, I don't even gotta name no names. I ain't gotta do none of that. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's very evident what the streets is on. And it's every man for themselves. So with that being said, bro, focus on you. If it's every man for themselves, bro, always focus on you. Don't ever change that. Because it's always going to be that in life. You ain't never going to be able to count on nobody else. I don't give a damn how much money you break with another person, how much this is and that. It's only one situation in life away where you, guess what? You're going to be right back with yourself again. You have to handle you right back again. So make sure you always got you in order. You know what I'm saying? And you always doing the right things. So when anything ever pop off, like, well, you in your own lane. Like, you are doing your own thing. You as an entity, as your own person, like, this is what you have done. This is all the things that's connected to you. And that's the only thing people can say about you. Not that you're connected to this, that, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, all that is blasphemy. And I think I've done a good job in my life. You know what I'm saying? Also, while I'm speaking on it, it's because I got multiple friends. I got hella groups of motherfuckers that I can kick it with. I'll be like, what's good? But motherfuckers, even in those spaces and areas, know I'm an individual. Like, my homies can sell drugs, they can do this and that, but they know not to ask me when I come around.
Right. Don't show me.
You know what I'm saying?
I don't want to know nothing.
I mean, like, I don't care about knowing, but they know better not to ask me. Because they know I'm going to move as an individual. They know what I do. They know how I make my money. They know I like to make my money legal. I don't want to worry about no police. I don't want to do this. I don't want to do that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Especially when I've made my way clean, you know what I'm saying? And fought so hard to do it cleanly. I'm not going to go back after doing it 20-some years of staying away from all the bullshit, navigating, doing a lot of bullshit, and then learning not to do the bullshit, only to just turn back around if something don't go right for me in my life and turn back to all the shit I knew I was never supposed to do.
Right.
Like, that don't make sense. So even all my homies, they know me as an individual, and I encourage motherfuckers to approach all groups like that, all just friend groups, all this is and that. Like, approach it as an individual. You may see a group of friends doing something and oh yeah, I with that, but then they go do the next thing and you don't with that. All right, hey, bro, I like the last thing we just did, but what we doing right now, it ain't me, folks. Like, you know what I'm saying? Not a fan. I'm gonna sit over here. Y'all do y'all thing though. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm a boom, get some food. Y'all let me know what y'all on later. Like, you know what I'm saying? Bam, bam. Like, before my homies used to be like, man, what Kapri on? And then after they start figuring it out, they're like, damn, bro, like, no, he just don't do that. You know what I'm saying? Because every time he come up and like he want to fight him, he beat the dog out of him. You know what I'm saying? Like, anytime they try him and do this and that, they get the dog beat out of him. You know what I'm saying? And but I don't purposely put myself in positions. I don't purposely put myself in a position where I know some shit about to go wrong or the scenario says that this end result says X, Y, and Z. Like, I don't like those situations. I like when my end scenarios always look like some type of rainbow. I'm landing on a pillow, you know what I'm saying, or landing in some coochie. Whichever one it is, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it has to be one of the three. Like, I need those scenarios. I need to know that they can be an end result regardless of how hard I can work within that thing. You know what I'm saying? And not cause harm in it too. Like, cause that's going to be a journey that I embark on. I need to see the end result, and I need to make sure I ain't nobody over. I need to make sure the landing is real good. Big booty, soft coochie. But, yeah, it's all those good things.
All right. Last topic, you know, Charleston White, he's about to make his debut in Colorado. Any thoughts on that?
Did he just get chased out of somewhere?
I don't know.
Where he got chased out of an HBCU. He got chased out of an HBCU because he got on stage, said something about giving a all black people, you know what I'm saying, in their opinions or whatever. But you can't go into HBCU and say that, brother. Come on, man.
Yeah.
Like, this one thing I Charleston White, when we talk about being an individual, that's a mother individual. You know what I'm saying? Like, that is a man who stands alone. I'm not saying he's standing with the police. I don't know who the he's standing with, but I know for sure he's standing by himself. And I'm that's sure the girl he probably with, I don't even know. I just know that she gotta love that if she ever gonna be around, because you know she's about to be isolated. You know what I'm saying? Like, and just in love with him, because like, it's like, man, like, you can't, I just believe as a human being, like, burning so many bridges, like, how many bridges do you attempt to burn rather than how many just happen to burn? Like, I've had bridges be burned for me and they just happen to be that way. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't antagonize the burning of a bridge. You know what I'm saying? Like, like, that's, I like, that antagonizing to burn a bridge in relationships and how you can navigate on this earth. Now, brother, only thing you're really setting up for yourself is everywhere that you go, there's going to be a problem.
Right.
You go pump your gas, it's going to be a problem. You go to the grocery store, it's going to be a problem. You go anywhere on this earth, now from state to state, if you go anywhere, it's going to be a problem.
Right.
You don't even have to support your own black people no more. Like, I think that's a real easy way to isolate yourself and put a target on your back. You know what I'm saying? By trying to purposely burn so many bridges and say the most negative things you can possibly say whenever your back is in a corner.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So,
yeah, it's going to get the clicks and views, and that's about it. Maybe some money.
I mean, he eating good. He eating good, I guess, right now. I don't know what's going on, you know, and many blessings to him. You know, I'm always going to wish and pray for the best for all people. You know what I'm saying? I pray everybody grows past whatever faults or whatever thing that they may be dealing with, including myself, because I'm not perfect either.
Right.
You know, but I just think, like, in this term when you're watching a person burn so many bridges and you praying that they don't, you know what I'm saying? Like, bro, please don't burn this bridge. Please don't burn that bridge. Then I actually heard him going to HBCU. I'm like, okay, that's good. Like, bro, in there trying to do something positive. And then the next thing I see is you getting chased out and you talking hella shit and boom, boom. I'm like, okay. You know what I'm saying? Like we, as men, as fishers of, like, men, like, you know what I'm saying, as shepherds of men, like, especially when you hold a mass group of people, or, you know what I'm saying, and or God gives you or ordains you to be able to host a group of people, you know, like, it's a privilege. It's a privilege. You know what I'm saying? You're not supposed to abuse that. It's a blessing to have multiple people want to listen to you or tune in and lock in on what you say. You know, you're just not just supposed to do anything with that blessing. And, you know, I think, like, he does try to defend the God side of it a lot too, as well. Like, that I would never question anybody's relationship with God, you know, but also I know that God will be looking at you like, bro, just calm down. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? Just like chill. Yeah. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, because I done been in those situations, I had God talk to me the same way.
Right.
So, if I know my God, if I know my God well enough, like, you know what I'm saying, I know he's telling you to chill, and I know he's told you multiple times already. You know what I'm saying? So, like, you know, you gotta start listening. You gotta start paying attention, because if every result that you keep getting involved in ends a certain type of way, like, the problem ain't always other people. Sometimes it becomes you.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
That's real.
my mom used to say to me, if you go to a room full of dummies and start talking, like, you're going to be the next dummy. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
you are who you hang with.
Yeah, exactly. Like, you know, you try to spit some game to a bunch of dumb people, they're going to be looking at you like, what is this dumb like, you know what I'm saying? like, you feel me? Like, because it's going to come off.
They're going to look at you crazy like you're weird.
Like, man, you're so deep out of here, right? Oh, people like to say that. So corny. It's like, yeah, okay.
Right.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. Oh, yeah, I'm too deep. Yeah, the surface is I'm corny. Oh yeah, you're afraid of yourself. You know what I'm saying? Like,
who's this old head talking about?
Right, exactly.
Who's this nerd? I'm the nerd. Who's this nerd?
I'm telling you, I've heard it all, bro. I've heard it all. But it'd be funny, come kick it, and they be laughing, doing everything they didn't think they was gonna be doing. But this is because, like, you should know how to navigate rooms and navigate responses, and monetizing yourself. Speaking is a skill.
Right.
It's a whole skill. You can't take the hood into a corporate 500. You can't take the corporate 500 into the hood.
You gotta be malleable.
You know what I'm saying? Like, this, there's a spectrum to this, and you want to be right there in the middle. Like, you want to be able to beep, beep, beep. And when you want to go to you don't want to have to turn this dial all the way, because everybody gonna know you faking. Sometimes you gotta just practice what you preach. You know what I'm saying? So you can be stuck right in the middle of it. You know what I'm saying? So you know exactly where you're gonna teeter-totter at.
See, but I
how far you gonna go on each line.
You could not fake it and still be malleable and still be able to be in rooms like you said. You got to be in. Let's take you for example. You got to be in them NFL rooms with these executives and these coaches and these trainers. Okay, you are. Now I got to be in this room with these label owners and these other artists. Where you know, like, it's different.
Old hood mentalities and da da da.
It's like, different. You got to. But I think that's a good thing. I think people be over making it black and white when it's not. Like
No, you're not supposed to be talking in every room the same. Like,
I'm not going to be on this podcast talking the way I do, the same way I am when I go to school or when I'm with my girl or whoever.
Yeah, like, exactly. It's all different. I talk to my girl different than I talk to my homies. Like,
as long
my
as you
voice
keep
is
it real,
like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I give her, hey baby, like, you know. Like, when I'm talking to my shorty, when I'm talking to my homies is gang, like, just goofy. Like, you can talk faster to your friends, you can talk more comfortable with your friends compared to, like, you being in these different rooms. So learn how to monetize that is a skill, bro. Right. And I think most of the time, especially in the black community, I'm gonna go right back at it again. In the black community, we get called corn for that. Like, you know what I'm saying? We get called corn.
Whitewash.
Yeah, or whitewash, like, because you know how to speak properly or because you learn how to articulate yourself. Like, it's a skill. Yeah. Like, and maybe you should get some. Because other than that, we talking about you're going to be slinging nickel bags and dime bags for the rest of your life. If you can't hop in front of somewhere. And that's the same thing I was saying earlier. Sometimes you got to practice what you preach. And sometimes it can come across as faking. Is because if you don't dive into half the subjects that you're going to get into, like with these people who know their, you're going to end up lying about something. Like, you know what I'm saying? Right. You're going to end up talking about some that you have no recollection on, that you have no type of knowledge on. And so what's that shit's going to be? Faking and lying just so you can stay in a conversation with a motherfucker. Like, you know, rather than you actually, you know what? I actually did go out and read this book. I actually did go apply myself here. I actually did work this job. You know what I'm saying? I actually did go out and did this to better myself so I can be more versed in that area or that thing. Or I got a friend that works, that's a therapist or something like that, and I start having conversations with them every day to help my dialogue. You know what I'm saying? Like, these are things that are going to naturally help you and give you these skills and how to navigate life, communication, all different. It's up and down the spectrum, you know, really. So I think, like, people, you got to get this work, bro. Like, you got to get that work when it comes to learning how to truly navigate the world and navigate people and walk into this room and walk into that room and just exist. Like, you can't just exist being the same conduit you was when you were 12,
right,
13, 14, like something that had to be different in your life that you learned that's going to progress you so you can start taking those next steps and learning and seeing things from a certain perspective. So.
Right. To relate real quick and then we'll do final thoughts. Like you said, you get called corny. Well, I like it just because I'm interested in hip hop or I play basketball, whatever. People call me, I don't want to say, but the W replacing the N with the W, you know, like that, or Blackwater, whatever. I don't know whatever people want to say, but I mean, it is what it is. I get so used to it. I'll just be me. I don't really care, to be honest.
Yeah.
But it's funny though. It's interesting just like to hear that, because my best friend I went to school with, he's African American too, but they would call him whitewash because he's got a master's degree. Like, dude's smart.
Get my master's degree right now too. That don't mean what it took away my hoods. Like, it took me coming from the hood. It took away me starving, Salvation Army. Like, but it didn't take away none of my experiences, bro. It didn't take away from none of this. Huh?
Are you going to CSU still or a different school?
Yeah, I'm at CSU.
Okay.
Yeah, but like, come on, bro. That you learn in life don't take away from life. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's why I never looked at nothing that I ever learned as being detrimental to like where I come from. That's right. I already did that. I already saw that. I was already a part of that. I already experienced that. Why the keep yearning for the same experiences over and over and over again?
Right.
No, I want new ones. You know what I'm saying? I got new I want to learn. I got new I want to see. Why the I'm gonna keep doing that same that I know equates to this and equates to that? Like, sometimes it don't take a rocket science to see this. And like, I'm not the smartest in the world either. Right. To be able to see this, it just take a motherfucker care enough.
Right.
To see it. Like, and that's what you start to see out of motherfuckers, that they don't give a fuck. And then they want everybody else to give a fuck about them more than they give a fuck about themselves.
For real.
Like, yo,
that's right.
Like, you want me to be a fan of you? You're not even a fan of yourself.
Right.
You ain't even working on yourself. You ain't even doing nothing to better yourself, and you want me to be a fan of you? That's counterproductive. I might as well keep working on me at that point. I don't want to be a fan of you. I might as well keep fanning out myself so I can get to where the fuck I need to be. I'm gonna start fanning out over a who is promoting the wrong or handing me just stupid fruit that ain't going down well. Like, people don't understand that. They think that they just gonna throw some shit out and it's supposed to be like, appreciate me for my greatness. Like, shut the fuck up. Like, but how we gonna just appreciate you? You don't even appreciate yourself.
Right.
You ain't doing that. Show me that you appreciate you. Like, not every last step, because some get to a certain level to where they finally do start answering.
Right.
To that guy want them to answer to. They be like, oh, you want to be a rapper? Oh, here you go. Take this $2 million. Take this $3 million. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to see what you do with your family. I'm going to see what you do with your friends. I'm going to see what you do with everything around you. And then we're going to start having a conversation. But sometimes God already knew when he had you that you weren't going to come back.
That's real.
That's real. Like, and sometimes you think you can trick God. You think you can fool him. But you already know. No. And some of these motherfuckers, you already know it's going to take them 2 years. You're going to be like, 2 years, I'm going to need you to run through half of that. I'm going to need you to do this, and now I'm going to need you to figure out that your mama don't like you, that your daddy don't like you, and that your brother don't like you. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm going to need you to figure out all this before you figure out that you got to come right back here again. You know what I'm saying? And start handling everything with me first before you do anything else. And some motherfuckers that just take way longer. They like hitting their head against that brick wall. They're like going down that like a little from Mario, right. Like a little boulder that just keep cracking. Yeah, like them little bitty like indestructible. Just keep running against the wall. That's what these be looking like out here, bro. They might as well be one of them little error things from Mario, like straight crash outs.
Appreciate y'all for joining. This is our intro episode, so it's gonna keep elevating. We're gonna keep getting better, keep having new topics, we have some guests. You know what I'm saying? Appreciate y'all for tuning in. Make sure y'all hit that like button, comment down below the biggest gem you picked up from this this podcast. Hit that subscribe button, hit that bell button to stay notified when all the latest news drops. Make sure y'all go follow Kapri on everything, Instagram, all that. Links be in description.
My 3 King, Bibbs 5. Y'all make sure y'all stay tuned in with us. We're going to be doing this all the time. We're going to be staying locked in. So make sure y'all tune in to us for the latest events, sports events, all of that, man. We always going to give y'all the best fruit we possibly can. Always positive, always real, and maybe not be a minute, but you would mile high minute and just Kapri. We out.